Alright, so this is going to be showing you how to play Wild Child by the Black Keys. I'll start off by showing the little intro section that they do. And basically it's just two chords. You got your G minor on the 3rd fret, and you're just kind of funky plucking that. You can go change from playing the root to the 7th and slide into it. Just do whatever you want with that, and then it changes to a C or C7, depending on what you want to do. And you can also slide into that, hammer it on. And then it does a little bend here on the 5th fret of the G string. And then you can go back to the G. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Then goes into the chorus section, and what that is just playing power chords. So starting on a G power chord, or G5, so you got 3rd fret G, 5th fret, 3rd fret on the E, 5th fret on the D, 5th fret on the A. You can play that twice, and then a 3rd time to the 1st fret, and shifting it all down a string, so you're starting on the A string here, so this is like a B flat, up to the 5th fret, so on the same strings, and then down to the 3rd fret, so it's back to the C. So that whole thing. And then it's going to, you're going to play on the 3rd fret again, down to the 1st fret, up a string everything, so 1st fret on the E string now, and then back to the G on the 3rd fret. So that whole section. And in all the choruses that just repeats, except for that first time it plays after the intro section. You've got this little part where instead of going down to the C here, you go up to the 8th fret, and then down to the 5th fret, so it sounds like, and then you're going up, and then it just goes down, going into the verse section. And the verse section is also quite easy. It's just switching between G, also still playing those power chords, and C. So it's, and then you just got a muted section. And then if you've got a second guitar playing there as well, they also do that intro section during the verse. So you can play whichever one you want during the verse section. And that's pretty much the whole song. The solo, I'll show you that as well. That gets played over the chorus chords, so that progression there. So that's how the solo, what the solo is playing over. And it starts just as you're coming back to the G. You're going to play this little lick. And what that is the 3rd fret on the B string, and you can just bar it with your index to the 3rd fret on the E string, the high E. And then sliding from the 6th fret on the B to the 8th. And then giving that a little bit of vibrato. And then you're going to hit the 6th on the E string and give that little bend. That's that bluesy kind of feel. But waiting a little bit before you do that bend. Yeah? And then, so that's the first kind of section of the solo. Then you're going to hit the 8th fret on the B again, just shortly, and then go to back to the 6th on the high E, up to the 8, and then you're going to 2 times do this kind of little quick slide up to the 9. So you're sliding up to the 9 and back to the 6 on the E, and then the 8 on the B. that twice, and then the second time after you've done that, you can hit the 8 back to the 6, and then quickly 2 times the 8 on the B. Wait a little bit and then do that kind of bluesy bend on the 6 again. So everything we've got together now. Then we come up here to the 13th fret and go back to the 10th. This is all on the high E, do that twice. And here you can also be bending that 13 a little bit. Get a nice sound. Then slide down from the 10 to the 6. And do that kind of, this little slide thing again. So that part. Then go back to the 6 on that G string, back to the 8, back to the 6. Yeah, sorry. So we'll just play that, what we just had before, and then I'll go back into that next section. That's a little quicker, 6-8. 6-8 on the G now, sorry, on the B. But then we're going back to the 6, now to the G on the 7th. Hit the 7 again and slide it down to the 5. 3, give that a little bend. And now the 5 on the D string, the root. So that nice little lick there. Yep. And then coming into a bit of a faster lick here, bending the 5 on the G up a little bit. Then we're going to be, again with the barring with the index, 5, sorry, on the 3 of the B, 3 of the E, then hit the 6 on the B, back to the 5, sorry, back to the 3 on the B first, and then the 5 on the G. So that whole thing. Then going down to the 3 on the G, back up to the 5, and you can hammer that on as well. Sounds cool. To the 5 on the B, back. Sorry, 3 on the B, back to the 5 on the G, to the 3 on the G, 5 on the D, back to the root. You can wait there a bit, play it twice if you want that note. So I'll just show that again. Alright, and then final little lick, just doing that, what we did before, from the 3 on the G, hammer onto the 5, play the 3 on the B, back to the 5 on the G, back to the 3, hit the 5 quickly, and then last little bend, you can kind of, with barring with your index again, grab both of those, the G and the B strings, and give that a bend. You can bend it down as well, it's a bit easier. And then hit the root back here on the 5, and that's ending the solo. So the whole thing nice and slow. Oops. And that's all. Thanks for watching.